Welcome to another edition of the HHC Sports Weekly. I'm Justin Sokol. This week, the highlights we'll talk about include New Albany boys basketball and a big showdown with Class 3 number 2 Silver Creek. Number 1 Bedford North Lawrence girls hosted Ron Colley, another top 10 foe for them. And we'll have a visit with former B&L coach Pete Pritchett, one of the legends of girls basketball in the state. So let's get started. In boys basketball, B&L ended its season starting slump and won its third straight game, capped with a win over Seymour, which is still looking for its first HHC win in over 2 seasons. Jennings County ended a 5-game slide and cooled off Floyd Central with a 64-55 win. But the big game of the week was Class 4A number 6 New Albany in a showdown with Class 3A number 2 Silver Creek. New Albany is closing in on a HHC title, but it went out of conference to face the Dragons, one of the top teams in Class 3A. The Bulldogs dominated that showdown 69-54. And here's more on New Albany's big victory.
I think our guys, it was such a hyped up game, and our guys felt like they were better and they really wanted to prove it, and I got to kind of try to settle them down a little bit because we were leaving our feet a lot. But I thought, you know, team-wise, both offensively and defensively, we shared it and we really helped each other out. And, you know, late we didn't. Late they scored some points, but I think it was already decided.
It's a totally different game. The pace of the game changes. If we shoot free throws decently, and that's just real disappointing. With the great crowd we had here, and the build up to the game, that we weren't tough enough to put in the easiest shot in basketball.
In girls basketball, Seymour continued to stay on Bedford North Lawrence's tail in the conference race as it pulled out a 36-34 last-second win over Jeffersonville, and New Albany won the annual rivalry game with the Red Devils 43-28. The big game of the week was number 1 Bedford North Lawrence facing 4A number 8 Ron Colley, and here's more on that game. Casaro's injury changed the complexion of the game and kind of deflated things from your standpoint. Can you talk about the change that affected you guys when you take 23 points away from your team?
Well, I mean, she's a very good basketball player. Obviously, she might be the best player in the state. But, even more so than people have to play different positions than what we prepared for. I wish we could have had a practice at that time and been able to be ready to play without her, but we didn't, we couldn't. And you know, when you're playing a very good team like Bedford, it's just extremely difficult. So, you know, disappointed for Lindsay, and then disappointed in that we didn't have an opportunity to compete with them like we would like to.
You hate to take away from your win, but obviously that changed the game. And so you guys did a good job of taking advantage of her absence. But what did that change, if anything?
Well, I think she's a great player. I mean, so that changes a lot. You know, I hope that she has a quick recovery. I wish her the best. You know, I think that obviously gave us an advantage, but I really think what changed the game for us was the outset was, you know, we missed a lot of opportunities around the basket that we usually make. And I think that kind of, for some reason, made us a little nervous, and maybe it was because we were playing somebody we felt that was a pretty high caliber team, and we missed some shots early. And I thought that made us kind of not really in our rhythm, and we kind of played, I don't know, a little bit kind of in a frazzle a few times. But obviously her leaving the basketball game, takes away from them offensively, and defensively. She's long. I think we really hurt them on the boards. Obviously, she probably would have helped them in that category.
Yeah, I think you beat them 35-16.
Yeah, so she's a long kid. She's athletic, so I'm sure she got a few more rebounds. But my kids still, I don't think we were really as sharp as we need to be. But I think they're really good defensively. I think we made plays when we needed to make them to win. I think if we'd shot the ball a little better, the momentum and the flow might have been better for us early. I think we were 9 for 18 around the paint first half. So those are shots we usually make. That's a big difference for us if we usually make those shots. So
Jenna, big game, 22 points and 16 rebounds, and you expect with the size advantage like she's got in there that. You expect that, but that's still a monster game from Jenna.
Right. I thought she really stayed active on the glass, and we knew that she could have an advantage inside doing that, and that gets her going. She loves to rebound, so she really helped us out on the boards a few times, getting some offensive putbacks when we needed them, and defensively, most of the time they were one and done, which that really helped us too.
Bedford North Lawrence girls basketball coach Pete Pritchett is one of the legends in Indiana basketball. He's a Hall of Famer who guided the Lady Stars to 2 state championships. Here's more with the former B&L coach. We are here with former B&L girls basketball coach Pete Pritchett, one of the legends of Indiana basketball, guided the Bedford North Lawrence Lady Stars to 2 state championships and 3 straight appearances in the Final Four, a rarity now in girls basketball. Pete, your teams, you went to 3 state championship games in a row, a rarity in basketball. What set those teams apart?
Well, I really feel like we just had a good group of kids there. We weren't big as this outfit. We had some kids that dedicated to the game and were very talented. I think that, I always come back to people would make this go, and I think it's the fans that's here tonight. It's school officials, 2 people in the paper, and that's what makes this basketball program.
What's changed about girls basketball from the time you won a state championship till now? That's been a long time ago. But what's changed?
I always look at this team from B&L now. They got some big girls, and we never had the big girls. We had their little typhoons. No, we had some quick teams. They were defensively tough. That's what made it so hard to beat.
Corydon's Bronson Kessinger is not a member of the Hoosier Hills Conference, but the Panthers do play several teams in the league. And Kessinger suffered a major injury on Friday night, an injury that considerably comparable to that of Kevin Ware for Louisville. He had a compound fracture of his left leg, also a broken left wrist in a collision and a fall during a game at Salem. The Hoosier Hills Conference wishes Bronson Kessinger the best as the Indiana State recruit attempts to recover from his injury. This week, the big games in the conference include Floyd Central boys at Seymour and Jeffersonville at Bedford North Lawrence among games that are interleague. In girls basketball on Tuesday, Floyd Central will visit James County, and on Thursday, New Albany will go to Seymour. The big news in girls basketball will be Sunday when the IHSAA conducts the sectional draw. Most of the teams in the Hoosier Hills Conference will go to Jeffersonville. Columbus East will be in sectional 14 at Shelbyville, and Madison will be in the 3A sectional at Scottsboro. That concludes another edition of the HHC Sports Weekly. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as we track the success of all the league teams and its stars. Until then, thanks for watching.